So, guys, here we are, MMA UK News, Stoomboy, as always, MMA UK BJJ show. So, going to be talking about Intergrapple 5. Now, before we do, a quick word on my sponsor. So, Simplified Debt are a company that, if anybody's struggling financially anywhere in the UK, then definitely hit these guys up. They do give free, friendly, confidential advice on how they can sort it. There's a number of solutions that are available for people. If you need to give them a call, the number and website is across the bottom of the screen. And just if you are calling, either quote Stoomboy or the MMA UK BJJ show. Now, going to be talking about Intergrapple 5. So Intergrapple 5 is going to be June the 11th, I believe. So this Sunday. It's going to be at the usual place, Nottingham MMA. Again, Intergrapple's awesome. I mean, every time they put an event on, they always have the top grapplers from not just here in the UK, but obviously further afield as well. And every single one of them come to put on a show. So Intergrapple 5 is going to be absolutely no different. It's going to be an awesome, awesome event. Now, my next guest is going to be on the show that night. So making his second appearance after an amazing debut at Intergrapple 4, obviously coming away with a submission victory. But Liam, I hope I say this right, Alpang. So Liam coming out of Sweden. I mean, I regularly get updates from Jonah at the Jiu-Jitsu Gospel about how good Swedish Jiu-Jitsu is at the moment. And in Jonah's words, Sweden's coming to take over the world. So, and they do. They have some amazing grapplers coming out of Sweden. So, past and present. So the future's definitely looking good for Swedish Jiu-Jitsu. So Liam, listen, absolute pleasure, brother. Thanks for taking the time to speak to me tonight.
Thank you. Pleasures. Thank you for having me on. It's really good.
Yeah. Intergrapple 5 then. So, I mean, Intergrapple 4, I mean, you had an amazing debut. I mean, we talked just before we came on air. You'd been kind of drilling the setup to the submission win. So, I mean, tell us about the feeling and being able to pull that off in competition.
I was really happy because I've been drilling and working on that move for quite a while. I've been trying to set it up, and I was starting hitting it on training, and it was feeling really cool because it's a bit of a special move, and most people don't see it coming. So when I was able to get it in competition, I was super excited, and I was really satisfied with how it looked and how good it came out. So I was really excited about it.
It looked as well. See, when you watch it back, it looked like, because obviously it was quite difficult, the move you did, but it looked, the way you got it, it looked very, very easy. I know you mentioned you've probably drilled it 1,000 times, but the actual setup when you went into it, it looked very, very easy, and it looked like you got it, and the opponent didn't realize what was happening until it was
so it's kind of like a start of like a berimbolo or like a backside going for the back, and I kind of expect them to react like defensively, like get up and straighten up so I can start attacking the legs, and it happened. So
but it was absolutely awesome. I mean, and again, tell us about Intergrapple itself. I mean, how did you enjoy the actual event? Not just the event, but obviously the gym and so on as well.
I really enjoyed it. I really liked how it was pretty chill and laid back, but still like a really good event. So it was kind of just like a friendly hangout with a lot of great matches and really good jiu-jitsu, and the gym was really nice, and so I was very excited. It was a fun event, and I got to do some training afterwards, and the guys there are so nice. I've met Shane before, and we've competed against each other, so it's fun to see him again and get to roll with him after a couple of years, because it was kind of a long time ago since we got to compete. So great all-around experience.
Yeah, he's got a lot more tattoos this time. So every time you see him, I remember Shane when he probably had a couple of tattoos, but he didn't have a lot, and then suddenly as time goes on, more and more tattoos.
He keeps adding on. Goes fast.
What about you then? So the matchup, again, Intergrapple 4, how did you find out you were going to be on, obviously this one, Intergrapple 5?
On Intergrapple 5?
Yeah. So how did you find out you were going to be on this show?
Shane just messaged me and asked me if I wanted another fight, and since it was such a good experience last time, and it's always fun to compete, and I'm always excited and up for it. So,
Yeah.
Of course, I accepted, and I want to compete as much as I possibly can to get as many matches under my name and expose myself as much as possible, and just get to work on my moves in competition. It's where you can like really test them out and make them know them they are for real and not just in training.
Yeah. And that's one thing. I mean, you do compete at a high level. As I said recently, or you ADCC, I believe, Swedish Open champion.
Yeah.
You're looking to do the trials this year as well in Poland. So,
yeah, and like especially for like trials, I want to be able to compete as much before it as possible. And I just moved up to a new weight class, so I really want to like explore it and like test it out, so I really know how strong my opponents are and like how exhausted I'm gonna get, and if they're gonna be heavy or if it's gonna work or everything like that before I go and try trials. Since like there's so many matches there, and like it's a different experience when it's like you're tense, and so I want to be comfortable at this weight before I go there. So I just want to.
Yeah. What are you going to do? Are you going to do under 99 or under 88?
Under 88.
Yeah.
I'm a bit too small for 99.
The big boys in that.
Yeah.
But under 88, great weight for you. I mean, as I said, and a lot of really, really good people out there. But as I said, watching you and seeing some of the things you do, I mean, you definitely belong in something like ADCC.
Oh, thank you very much. I've been trying for a while, and it would really be a dream to be able to get there, and like a lot of hard work behind it. So it's super fun to be able to go all the way and get to Las Vegas for the next time.
Yeah, recently got your black belt as well.
Yeah, this Saturday.
Yeah. So, how was the feeling? How was that feeling getting that? Because everybody says that's the main goal. Getting the black belt. So what was going through your head when you got it?
It was unbelievable. It felt kind of unreal for like a couple of days, and since I've been training since I was very young, since I was 5 or 6. It was like one of the goals you set from the start, and like reaching that goal after like 15 years, it felt really good and was super exciting. And I went around for like 3 days, like thinking, oh, I'm a black belt now, and like can I really felt really unreal, and like it was a real special feeling.
Yeah. So how old are you now? How old are you? What, 21?
I'm 20, turning 21.
Right. So would that put you the youngest black belt in Sweden?
I'm not completely sure, but I think so. I'm not aware of anyone that has gotten it younger or has it younger, so I'm not sure. I don't want to like say it straight out, because then somebody's gonna come and fact check you, but I think so.
Yeah. I mean, that's again an awesome feeling. I mean, if it is, I mean, that's historic. I mean, what you then do is it then lets the younger kids coming through, seeing you achieved it at 20-year-old, nearly 21. We can do exactly the same. So it definitely makes you an inspiration to the younger generation coming through.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm always trying to be. I always want to help the younger generation, and like we got a couple of guys or younger guys coming up now at my gym, and I'm trying to help them out as much as possible. And I really like to see when they get better and they start competing against the adults, and they do really well and everything. So I'm really happy that I can inspire them and help them in whatever way possible.
Yeah, you're also heading out to Austin again.
Yeah,
B team.
Yeah, I'm going back there July 7th, so it's gonna be really fun. I'm gonna try to compete as much as possible. Try to do some IBJJF now in black belt, see how it goes. Might do some gi maybe. I haven't competed in the gi in a really long time. So I might put it on and just try it out for fun.
Yeah. Well, listen, I'm a gi man. I'm an older man, so I love the gi. Absolutely love the gi. No gi's good. The no gi's brilliant to watch.
Yeah.
But as I said, certainly the older you get, the more you put the gi on. So
I do. I
definitely, I was going to say, it's definitely fan favorite to watch no gi.
Yeah, for sure. But I do gi so rarely that I always get so annoyed when people can start grabbing my pants, and I can't really move, and it gets frustrating. But it's fun though.
Yeah. Oh no, it definitely is. I mean, as I said, IBJJF obviously a majority of us gi, so it'll be good to see you out there kicking some ass. in the black belt division in the gi.
I'm gonna try to.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So that was it. This will be your second time, I believe, over at the B team as well.
No, third.
Third time, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So how's the
So-
experience when you go over there? Obviously, in comparison to Sweden.
It's kind of different. Like if you just from to start with, like the people is really different. Swedes are kind of like held back and they're kind of quiet. So when you get there, people are so friendly, really welcoming. It's nice to be there. You're instantly like really let into the group of training guys, and they make you feel welcome. And also like the sometimes it feels like everyone has more dedication there. Maybe it's just because it's like a high level gym and everyone's trying to be really good, but it really feels like everyone is trying to be the best they possibly can, and not just like do it for exercise. And it's a good feeling to be around people that are trying to really get better, and it helps you get a lot better.
Yeah. And that's one thing. I mean, even you going over there and training for whatever length of time, anything you learn there, you're bringing straight back to Sweden, and you're teaching the guys at your gym.
Yeah, I'm trying to help everyone. So like, as long as you have one person going over, you can bring everything back and help everyone as much as possible.
Definitely. Listen, it's going to be brilliant to see. As I said, I love the picture we used for the video. Was when I think you'd won it was a competition. You'd won something, and your quote was, I think it was, "It's good to be second place," or "It feels good to be second place."
I guess I'm number 2. I think I said. Or something.
Yes. Yeah. So definitely the B team motto. The B team.
Yeah,
motto.
for sure.
But it is great. I mean, I'd say this really good gym. I know there's obviously some guys from Scotland going to be heading over. And some training over there as well. So
yeah, I'm good friends with Cameron. I think.
Cammy Donnelly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I've lived with him. I live with him.
Yeah. Cammy, everybody knows Cammy. Everybody knows Cammy. So, well, obviously, I think Cammy was, Cammy goes over. Does anytime he does a kind of competition like a grapple fest or ADCCs and so on, he'll head over and spend obviously some time over there as well. So, he's probably, in regards to Scottish jiu-jitsu, he's probably one of the best in Scotland. I mean, he's definitely up there.
He's really good. His leg lock game is super solid, and his passing last time was starting to get really good. I was getting annoyed. It was exhausting me. He was getting me tired every time.
But I think he'll be heading over again. I don't know when he'll be heading over.
Yeah, we're going back the same date. We're gonna live together. We got an Airbnb together, so we're staying the same length time. So
yeah. As I said, he's coming over, and I know he's talked to a couple other people into coming over as well. So
cool.
Yeah, there'll be hopefully a few Scottish people over at the same time. So
nice.
Yes. Anything for you then? So final thing. I mean, you've been in the game. You mentioned a long time for being so young. I mean, you've been in the game for what seems like forever. But anybody you want to shout out to? Any friends, family members, teammates, sponsors, anything you may have?
Yeah, I would like to shout out to my dad. First of all, for always like helping me and making me motivated, and always being my training partner. And two of my coaches, Rickard Connerborn and Ralph Connerborn, for always teaching me, helping me, being there at competitions, coaching me, and all that. And I want to give a final shout out to Jiu-Jitsu Gospel, main sponsor, for helping me with all the gear and setting this up, and just being an absolute legend in trying to get Swedish Jiu-Jitsu forward and putting it out there and just making something of it.
Yeah, Jonah's awesome. I mean, Jonah dropped me a message out of the blue. One day, I think it was I can't remember. I think it was Grapple Fest, and it was the boy Khan. Is it Afif Khan?
Yeah, Afif.
So he was going to be on Grapple Fest, and Jonah had messaged me and said, "Oh, his kid's going to be on Grapple Fest." Because I think when you were on Grapple Fest, I didn't do this show.
Yeah.
So obviously I didn't get you.
Yeah.
I think I started covering Grapple Fest about Grapple Fest 10.
Yeah.
So when Afif came on, he said, yeah, get Afif on. And he was telling me how good it is and how good Sweden is for jiu-jitsu at the moment. And that's where I got we're taking over the world comment. So, but he's awesome. I mean, and as I said, he's very, very passionate. He's very passionate.
For sure.
He always wants to push you guys out there and make sure everybody knows who you are.
He goes around everywhere, tries to film, makes good content, and trying to like make his brand and like Swedish Jiu-Jitsu be out there and like seen and everything that. So he makes really cool videos, and like check him out. Really do. Yeah. There's some good content.
Definitely. He tags me in most of the stuff, so I then repost everything for him. So
perfect.
But it's awesome. I mean, as the Swedish Jiu-Jitsu is definitely coming to take over. As you guys are doing amazing things. Who's the other guy? Oscar Svels. So Oscar, I see him every now and again. He comes over to shows here in the UK. And
he comes again.
Yeah, he's a character, an absolute character of a guy. So quite a funny guy. Comes over, even his walkout, he walks out, and it's so when he comes out, he does his stance, and
he does the whole show.
Yeah, so he's awesome, really, really awesome guy. So I'll see him again in next month. So I'll see him. So nice. And then I'm going to be heading over. I'm coming over to Sweden in August. So,
nice.
I'm going to be heading over, getting a day or so's training with Oscar, and then I'll be flying in and out of Stockholm. So I'll obviously come and try and hit you guys up, hit Jonah up, and so on. In fact, you'll be away in August?
Yeah, I'll still be away, sadly, but hit Jonah up. There's still a lot of good guys still here while I'm away, so it's a lot of good training for sure.
Listen, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to coming over. So guys, there we go. There we've got Liam Alpang's going to be heading to Intergrapple 5. That's this Sunday, the 11th of June. Now, again, keep an eye on the Intergrapple page. It'll give you all the information about the event. It's an awesome event. The lineup on this is crazy, as there always is. I mean, you're talking about some of the best guys out there at all levels. And as I say, some of these guys are going to go on and do amazing things. We talked about the trials. Some of these guys are going to win the trials and go all the way to the big show in Vegas and IBJJF world champions. And so, you're going to see some special stuff this Sunday. But Liam, what's an absolute pleasure, brother. Thanks for taking the time to speak to me.
Thank you for giving me the time. It's really fun. It was a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Well, listen, enjoy Sunday. And we'll speak soon.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be fun.
Take care, brother.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.